Hey everyone, it's Haley. Welcome to Mom Life Vermont and welcome to a new video. I have a confession to make. It's Friday. It's Friday. I did not bring you guys along on any of the weight loss adventure this week. I mean, little bits. I am filming like an ongoing 1 month video, so that one got filmed a little bit, but I didn't really share what I was doing, how I was doing with you guys at all. And I have to say that was very, very good for me this week. And I didn't know that I was going to do it until the week started, and I just didn't film. And it was definitely good for me. I feel like it definitely kind of allowed me to think a lot about what I was doing. In no way was I like, this is the moment where I'm giving up the weight loss journey. Like, that was not what the break was. It was just after the last 2 visits with Andrew and Lindsay, my wellness coaches, I felt like I was losing touch of how good I've been doing because I haven't necessarily been following through on the things I've been telling you guys I've been thinking about doing. And I feel like I was almost trying to find new and exciting things to try to make sure things were exciting for you guys, and kind of losing fact that this is my life right now. So I need to remember to focus on that a little bit, and also know that when I met with Andrew and I did the Great Wall of Habits, it really kind of like solidified that I had lost touch of the really small things that I had done in the beginning that I was so excited about meeting, and that because I wasn't focusing in on them or remembering how exciting all that was, it was almost as if they weren't super important. And since I wasn't eating good, who cared if I didn't get the steps? So this week I went back to the basics. That's basically what all that rambling was about. This is back to basics. That's what I did this week. I 100% went back to, I'm going to get 11,000 steps a week. And I did/didn't, which means I got at least 10,000 steps a week, but there were a few days where by the end of the day, I just kind of like fell asleep. And I woke up in the morning and I was like, crap, I only had 300 more steps. But I was also not going to beat myself up about it because I still exercised every day. I got to the gym at least one day, and I ran again, which I hadn't done in a couple of weeks. Overall, this week was me focusing in on the small things that I feel like I focused in on in the beginning of this journey. I really worked on focusing in on those steps and realizing that it just wasn't that hard to get in those extra steps, like walking around the park on a nice day, going up and down the hill in my house, like all of those things, exercising, actually doing like exercise routines in my house, getting to the gym, knowing that I need to work out as early in the day as possible, because when I wait until 8 o'clock at night to work out, it tends to make me less motivated, and I'm less inclined to do a hard workout, a long workout, get in the steps I need. So I've definitely realized that. And so I've just been putting those things into it. That's really the exercise portion of this back to basics. Now the nutrition piece. I feel fairly good this week on nutrition. I made 2 complete dinners, meaning I took chicken out, I defrosted the chicken, I made a veggie, I made a starch, and I put it on a plate, and I even made enough to bring it to lunch with me the next day. I did that 2 days this week, and not that I 100% wanted to when I went into the week, but we kind of ran out of the easy stuff that is often in my house. So I was left with having to create a meal. Like, we had so much frozen meat, I had frozen veggies, we had potatoes, like we had everything I needed to make a complete meal. But often I was like, oh, we don't have any food. But no, we didn't have easy food. And the things that I figured out once I was like, all right, it is me eating a complete full meal, or me eating nothing, or me trying, like I felt like I was just gonna snack on bad things, but I didn't even have bad things in my house, so I probably would have just been eating cereal, which is, I guess, a bad thing when you eat a whole box of it. In those moments where that was my choice, like, let's eat cereal, or let me just like take this meat out and eat the Brussels sprouts that I purchased before they go bad and make some potatoes, I realized that defrosting meat does not take that long. I'm not always the best at like pulling meat out and letting it defrost in time for me to actually cook it. I realized if I defrost the chicken, like pulling it out and defrosting it is just not that complicated. And I was like, this is easy. What am I doing? Why do I find this so difficult? Why is me putting meals together so difficult? It was just like almost like a light bulb where I'm like, just take the little bit of time. And the nice thing is, in those 15 to 20 minutes where I'm defrosting something, or the hour that I'm cooking something, it's time that I can exercise, get in a couple steps, go outside for a little while. Like, it wasn't that hard. And I don't know why recently it's just seemed so complicated. And I think the real thing here is I was feeling so bad about not being 100% successful at the nutrition that in some ways I almost was like, let's just not deal with that portion of this. And as I tried to, it just kept becoming more overwhelming. Definitely getting back to the basics and just being like, the goal was to meal plan one meal. So I had everything I've needed for 2 weeks, and I just didn't do it. Coming down to the point where I had no food, I cooked the food I had, which was a complete meal. It was a veggie, a starch, a meat, and I was so excited because I also had it for lunch. Like, it made me feel like this week just made me feel like I've been on track. I feel like I'm actually at my appointment for Lindsay, my nutritionist, and I'm interested to see if me getting back to those basics and finding that I like almost like the joy and the excitement and the fact that I'm doing a good job in these really little things, if that's going to show that I've lost any weight. My goal here, like, just, I guess the arbitrary goal here, is to be under 243 pounds, but clothes are fitting better. I feel like I'm a little bit more back on track. Although work life is very stressful right now, I feel like some of this is not that stressful, and I guess I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, I just feel like, let's see what the scale says. Now, as for work life has become very, very stressful, to the point where I'm almost like, I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm not going to edit videos. I'm just going to like work. And I realize in this moment, I 100% need to keep editing my videos because it calms my body and helps mental health. And 2, I need to continue to go to the gym because it also calms my body and helps mental health. In this moment of stress where I'm getting back to my basics and I feel like I'm doing really, really well, I also have to remember there's this really big stressful thing that's happening with work that cannot prevent me from kind of like staying on track, and I need to realize that I need these things. I also think I need to continue to eat healthy because that fuels me in more ways than just like a caloric deficiency or a calorie. I'm back to basics and life is getting stressful, so know that that's coming. I'm gonna go inside and I will talk to you when my appointment's done. So see you guys soon. Hello everyone. My phone ended up dying, so I couldn't actually talk to you right after my appointment, but I went grocery shopping and here we are now with my phone a little bit charged, and I feel like getting back to the basics and re-examining and being excited about re-examining the journey and being excited about like those little wins that I was excited about back when I first started this, and like being more mindful of my nutrition and making those dinner. Like, I have officially lost 30 pounds. So that means between, I think it was like a 4 to 6 pound loss. I don't know, I'd have to look specifically, but I'm officially 30 pounds down according to today's scale. I see Andrew on, what day is it? Tuesday of next week, so I'll fill you in on what his scale says. But I was talking to Lindsay and I was like, well, I've kind of felt like my face has seemed thinner when I look in the mirror, and I just feel like there are some things that are coming back into play. Life is a little less stressful, but then also a lot more stressful. So I felt like this week I got it together. So it just feels good to know that the scale said something different. I guess I feel bad that I didn't bring you guys along on the whole journey, or this week's whole journey, but I just kind of needed a break. I needed to refocus. I needed to, like, instead of telling you guys something and then feeling bad because I didn't actually do it, it was all in my mind, and if I did it, I did it, and if I didn't let anybody know I was thinking about doing it. It was just a great week. I mean, I will definitely bring you guys back along on the journey next week. I think I'm gonna do day in the lives. Do you want to see some day in the lives? We'll do some day in the lives next week, so you'll see the whole journey next week. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you are in a weight loss journey, let me know how you're doing. We need to support each other. You guys support me on the regular on this channel as I am traveling down this road of ups and downs, and I'm grateful for it, and I want to be sure that if you need support on your journey, that I am able to provide that support to you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a like. Let me know down in the comments all the good things that are happening in your life and how you feel about my good things, and hit the subscribe button, because then you don't miss any of the fun. See you guys next time. Bumpy. Bye-bye!